Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this Friday's episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. I am solo today. Tony and Nick just posted about the Rudy Gobert rumor news with the Chicago Bulls right before this. Make sure you go check that out after this video. But happy Friday, Chicago. It's here, as always, comes once a week, one of the favorite days of the week in everyone's world. But I hope you all have a very safe weekend ahead of you. Let me kick it off for you with some Chicago Bears news. You know, how does that sound? Nothing much better than that. Maybe, a different voice than mine, but hey, here to bring it for you. We're excited for you to be here. And training camp, baby, it's coming quick. In 4 days, June 14, 2022, the Bears kick off training camp at Hallis Hall. The guys were just at Wrigley Field yesterday, hitting some dingers. Justin Fields, Cole Kmet, Jenkins, everybody was just ripping them. So if you need softball players, start tweeting at the Bears for your team because they will bring you a lot of home runs. We cannot wait for training camp. We are very excited about it, and we'll keep you guys updated next week, so make sure you click and subscribe and stay tuned for that. But before training camp, we are going to continue our review of the different areas of the Bears and what they need to do in order to be ready for this upcoming season. In today's group, the linebackers. 2 years in a row that Roquan Smith has been snubbed of a Pro Bowl, but he knows that he is one of the best linebackers in the league and cannot wait to hopefully get an extension as well with the Bears, as long as continue to prove haters wrong. I don't get why people hate this guy. I love Roquan Smith. Great community guy, great guy overall. I love Roquan Smith. He's honestly my favorite player on the Bears right now. Till then, he's going to be leading this group to become bigger and better every single day. And he wants everyone to play at the exact same level as him because he knows what it takes. He knows that he wants to win a Super Bowl sooner than later. But before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Stupid Car Tray. Tired of your pizza topping sliding, office coffee distracting you while driving, grease and other stains getting on your seat, or you're just enjoying a game on the couch and don't want to lean over? Look no further than the Stupid Car Tray. Visit www.stupidcartray.com and use discount code J16 to get 16% off your entire order. Link in the description. And now Stupid Car Tray has cup and mug holders. You can never have too many cup holders in your car. Do you have a mug holder in your car? Didn't think so. Stupid Car Tray made one for you. This product allows you to be able to place Slurpees, Hydro Flask, and Yetis and to be more safe and secure during your ride. Use code JAYCHI, that is JSHY, at checkout to get 16% off your entire order. I think it's like $10 off. It's a great deal. You definitely don't want to miss it. But disclaimer, there are 12 linebackers on the roster as of right now. And sadly, I do not have the time to go into all of them with you. So apologize to the players for not hitting on you. I will definitely find time. We would love to have you come on the show so our fans can learn a little bit more about you. And I apologize. We're only going to hit on a few of the more well-known in the Chicago Bears fan base. But guys are going to become known after training camp. It's going to be a competition this year. So who are the linebackers of the 2022 Chicago Bears? The group, Roquan Smith, 6'1", 232, 25 years old. I want everyone to listen in closely about the ages of this group. Matt Adams, 6', 230, 26-year-old from the Indianapolis Colts, very familiar with Coach Matt Eberflus and defensive coordinator Alan Williams. Nicholas Morrow, 6', 216, 26 years old, new from the Las Vegas Raiders. Robert Quinn, 6'4", 235, 32 years old. The guy broke the Bears' single-season sack record last year, so hats off to him. Trevis Gipson, 6'4", 263, 25 years old. Jeremiah Attaochu, 6'3", 262, 29 years old. Sam Kamara, 6'2", 288, 24 years old. Caleb Johnson, 6'2", 227, 23 years old. And Charles Snowden, 6'7", 245, 24 years old. Out of those, and then there's a few other guys. There's one other individual that's above 30 years old. But out of the list of 8 guys that I hit on for you guys, just want to call something out. If this core succeeds, you're going to see this core for a long time. Besides that core that I talked about, besides Robert Quinn, every single guy is between 23 and 26 years old. They're all names that are young, talented, hungry, and honestly, most of them are cheap besides Roquan Smith, who deserves the absolute bag. We all know that. And make sure that you guys vote Roquan to the Pro Bowl this year when Pro Bowl voting comes out, I believe in week 8. So stay tuned for that. But a couple things that you should see in camp is that Matt Adams and Roquan Smith are going to be an absolute problem in the NFC North and across the NFL this upcoming season. And you're going to start seeing that in training camp. Matt Adams comes from the Indianapolis Colts, where Matt Eberflus managed him for all his entire career as his defensive coordinator. Now he's his head coach in Chicago. We got him on an absolute steal of a contract as well because he wanted to play for Coach Flus again. That shows how much respect he has for him, especially as a defender. That is a good thing to hear. These two are also in regards to Matt Adams and Roquan Smith. They're similar in age. They're only a year apart, which is huge. Similar type players, being fast and not afraid to hit anybody. I mean, both of them just pop guys, as you guys know of Roquan Smith. Matt Adams, you guys are going to be very shocked about how he plays. But the Bears running back room are lucky that they don't have to deal with these guys this upcoming season. And our tight ends are also lucky to not be having to deal with these guys this upcoming season, only in practice, which hopefully they don't hit as hard. But also there's a guy named Nicholas Morrow that we picked up from the Las Vegas Raiders. He's going to be the sleeper signing of the year, in my opinion. He will do his best to be on the field with Roquan Smith and Matt Adams at all time. And yes, I am hinting at who my starters are going to be. But again, a two-headed monster, same type of player, same type of energy. They are going to be a problem for offenses that are coming up and coming to Soldier Field and when the Bears go on the road to their home stadiums. Expect to see a lot of rotation at linebacker for Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith is the only for sure lock besides, you could say, Robert Quinn. But you're going to see a lot of different rotations because like Eberflus has been doing with the offensive line, the wide receivers, the running backs, he is switching everything up to see who works best with who. And it's not just you're a big name, you're going to start. I love that about Coach Eberflus. I think he's doing a great job keeping a high level of, hey, if you don't play well, you're not going to play. Honestly, I haven't felt that since I hear my dad talking about it when it comes to Mike Ditka. I don't think Lovie Smith did it. I don't think, obviously, Mark Trestman didn't do it. Nagy for sure didn't do it. John Fox kind of did it. But still, I think that this guy is going to earn his reps, and I think he's going to be among the starters. So, you're going to see a lot of different rotations is what I'm getting at here. He wants to find out who's going to work best with Roquan Smith leading the way. I think Matt Adams is obviously a lock, but that third linebacker position, you never know. So it's going to be interesting to see. So stay tuned for that. Blitz are going to be big this year. You're going to see a lot of blitz in training camp because of the athletic ability of these linebackers and the defensive line, because the defensive line is mainly just going to be holding up the middle, and it's going to be up to either our defensive backs and mainly our linebackers in order to get after the quarterback on a blitz package. So you're going to see a lot of that. And it's been proven with Roquan Smith as an individual and obviously Robert Quinn that they can get after the quarterback when at least on pass plays, and they can make tackles for loss in the backfield. So stay tuned for that. And unfortunately, don't expect Robert Quinn to go too crazy in camp. Why am I saying that? Because he is still a trade target. Teams that are going to want a premier outside rusher for their defense, it's going to be, Robert Quinn is going to be on the chopping block. His age doesn't help him. His cap doesn't help him. And the Bears want to go younger. I mean, again, that's just what it is. But I want Robert Quinn to stay around because I think that this Bears defense is insanely talented with Alan Williams and Matt Eberflus putting them together, and what Ryan Poles has done in order to bring players in. So, don't expect him to do anything crazy. You might see him, mentoring more so than going hard in practice. And again, he's 32 years old, he's a veteran. He knows the game. So very, excited to see him back. But unfortunately, the end is closer than we all think for Robert Quinn as the Chicago Bears. But while he's here, we're going to support him and we're going to keep moving forward. So what are the areas of focus at linebackers? Is number one for me is developing the second set of edge rushers. You're going to have Robert Quinn and Trevis Gipson, who are going to be an absolute problem as they were last year, even when Khalil Mack wasn't playing. But they cannot stay on the field the entire defensive side of the game. Jeremiah Attaochu, who we did not really see that much last year due to injury, will be a big part of that second rotation if he can stay healthy. We need him to play in order to keep pressure on the backfield and quarterbacks when Quinn and Gipson are resting, and he is definitely the third man up as of right now. Again, if Eberflus sees that in him, there could be guys that are playing better than him, and Eberflus is going to put the best guys on the field at all times. Another guy is Charles Snowden. And I know that's not a name that many of you know, but an undrafted rookie free agent last year who joined the Bears, who was a fan favorite as an undrafted free agent fan base. But he's an absolute monster standing at 6'7". And that's a frame that the Chicago Bears need to have on the field in order to have that reach, in order to, swim through defenders and get after the quarterback even faster. Longer legs, more speed, you're going to get there a lot quicker. I like his style of play. He's a strong player. He's an absolute monster, and I think in year two, he's going to really blossom in Eberflus and Alan Williams' defense. Sam Kamara was also a rookie last year for the Chicago Bears, and he could be a huge problem if the Bears play him correctly weighing in at 288. He is no joke coming off the edge or the inside, which honestly would be a little crazy having a guy almost 300 pounds running straight up the middle at you at full speed. He's fast for a big man. I will say that. He looks like he's worked on his technique this offseason as well. If you go look at Instagram and a few other leaked videos and the OTAs so far this season, put him against the best lineman on the roster, in my opinion. Put him against Lucas Patrick, put him against Cody Whitehair, heck, even put him against Larry Borum and see how his technique has changed, how much stronger he's gotten, what else he could do to become a better player. I think that's what a lot you're going to see from Sam Kamara this upcoming training camp, and he's got to fight for a spot. There's nothing guaranteed for him. Caleb Johnson was also a specialty, another player to look out for and who needs improvement. He was a great special teams player last year. No doubt about that. Quick, strong, good hands, can read the football well, but he needs to also know that he's got to be a key part of the interior defense in regards to the rotation at linebacker. He needs to fight hard to get on and maybe put on some more mass. Go get in the weight room, go to Lou Malnati's, go to Carson's Ribs, get some meat on you and keep going forward, my guy. You got this. So quickly, just a quick lineup that I think is going to happen for the Chicago Bears before we close out this weekend. Linebacker Roquan Smith is obviously going to be a starter, followed by Matt Adams, in my opinion. Two very similar players. They're going to do very well with each other. They're going to complement each other very well. Nicholas Morrow, I think, is going to be alongside them as well. Maybe less playing time depending on the defensive package. But again, you're going to see a lot of blitz, and this guy is fast and he's athletic. So I think that he could be linebacker 3. Then you got Robert Quinn and Trevis Gipson out there as always. In that second rotation I was talking about, I think it's going to be Jeremiah Attaochu and Sam Kamara. I think that's a strong rotation. And then finally, that last couple depth guys that you're going to have is Charles Snowden and Caleb Johnson. So very excited for this group of linebackers. Chicago's known for its linebackers. You got Dicka, you got Singletary, you got Briggs, you got Urlacher. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So this could be the next great group of linebackers for the Chicago Bears. And when we have good linebackers, we usually play pretty well. So with that, this is this Friday's episode of Just Another Year Chicago. There may be an episode tomorrow that I'm unfortunately not able to give any promises as I am taking some personal time. But I will, from Marco Island, Florida, be doing episodes about training camp along with Tony. And sometimes it might be Tony. Depends on the time difference. And also, we want to make sure that you guys get news as fast as possible and as accurate as possible. So with that, thank you very much for always joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers. So if you made it this far in the video and you're thinking about it, please help us out and hit that subscribe button. We would love to keep supporting you and bring you Bears and Chicago sports, but especially Bears content. So with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and we will see you guys next time.